What is good, people? You know what it is. You see the setup. It's not the King of Anime podcast. It is the King of Anime podcast. I am Sasuke the Savage. He is everything animated, and we are here tonight. What's good with you fine folks?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the KOA, where we are discussing all kinds of anime tonight. We are almost done with the spring season, believe it or not. A couple of weeks from now, we'll be talking about summer. Where has the year gone? But yes, we're going to be talking about Blue Gender. We're almost done with that. We're going to be talking about Daemons of the Shadow Realm. We're going to be talking about Marriagetoxin and Old Hammy Ham. And we're also going to be talking about Akane-Banashi. That ended in a cliffhanger. Let's see what happens. And also, as you saw it in the title, we're going to be discussing about Witch Hat Atelier. And I think we have a lot to discuss about that episode because each series that we've had today has had an interesting episode for sure. But Witch Hat specifically is going to be interesting to discuss. But so how have you been, good sir? How's life?
Well, I will say first and foremost, we ain't got no news for y'all, so you don't have to be sad. You can live your life with your head hung high. But what's been going on with me? Since we just talked about it, I might as well bring this up first. I've been doing this thing every week on Twitch every Sunday around 4:30 because I do it after I do my gotcha daily. I've been hosting this anime openings tournament that we do from a specific time period, just so we don't have a whole big pool that's going to take like 2-3 hours to finish up. So this is the last one I just did was the third one, because the first one we did, it's not the third tournament, but it's the third anime openings tournament because we've done this for TV intros. Yeah,
I miss all the good stuff.
We the first anime openers one was the 90s, and then the second one was 2000 to 2002. The one we just did yesterday was 2003 to 2005, and the next one next week will be 2006 to 2008. And we're getting to a point where there's a lot of submissions. A lot of people have gotten interested in doing this. So before it was like, all right, 3 people get to choose, or one person gets to choose 3 songs. But now that it's gotten so much momentum, now I have to cut down the time period and cut down the amount of submissions someone has because it's a lot of people getting into it. We started with probably like, I don't know, like maybe 9 people just do this tournament thing because it was something that I just did on a whim. But it's getting up there now.
Yeah, you could say it's kind of a good problem to have, honestly, where more people are starting to join, because when I saw that whole tournament go down, at its highest, it had like 22 concurrent viewers. So I honestly feel like people love watching it.
I did not know that because I recently turned off my Twitch stats, which lets me see how many people are in at a time. So I
don't, for the best.
Yeah, I do that because a lot of times when it gets slow, I don't want to like perform for the audience, whether good or bad.
Right.
Yeah. Because I feel like when the numbers are high, then you kind of get more nervous and you may like try to do bigger things, and when the numbers are low, then you're kind of like more muted and nonchalant about it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely I like that because it's like whether the numbers are high or low, you just got to be yourself.
Hmm.
But but yes, that was something that I noticed, especially towards the end, and then when people started wanting to join up for the next, uh, for the next tournament, it got like I said, I saw it as high as like 22 concurrent viewers at one point, and I was just like, people love this stuff, so it was a great idea that you had.
Thank you. Thank you. Competition is fierce. People are, I couldn't believe that's the fastest that those slots have ever been filled up. It filled up in pretty much 5 minutes time that it opened. So
That's definitely because of me. I seem to always join these things at the height of their popularity.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's been fun. Um, I told you guys, every Wednesday I watch Rent a Girlfriend, and last week, to nobody's surprise, another terrible episode. This season has been, I don't
Wait,
even,
what season are you on now?
season 5.
The newest one.
Mm-hmm. I watch it every Wednesday because I only watch the dub. I can't. If it's going to be
like,
trash,
I already have to do too much.
yeah. If it's going to be trash, I might as well just have it be trash in my native language. Like I just, yeah.
Fair enough.
It's EA. There's a point in the series where Chizuru stops talking to Kazuya for like 2 months.
Why? Oh
Get
God!
this.
Is
Get
that an
this, EA.
explanation in itself?
Get this, EA. She does it because she didn't want to hurt Ruka. Those were her words. They had
What?
They had this kiss by the pool or whatever, because the it's a long story, but the parents Kazuya's family basically found out about the whole Rent-A-Girlfriend thing, and they were like, Chizuru, have you been lying to us this whole time? Blah, 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 blah. And to prove that they've been a couple before this whole, just to prove that it wasn't a lie, she kissed Kazuya, and for some reason that's enough proof for them. They were like, okay, cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. You kissed my son on. Was he even on the lips?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay. You kissed my son on the lips. Oh, they must be dating. Okay.
It wasn't even like Chizuru initiated it. It was one of those. Mommy was like, "If you guys are really a couple, then you should kiss." So,
oh my God,
yeah,
that trope.
But after that kiss, she stops talking to him for 2 months because she doesn't want to hurt Ruka. Because she knows Ruka likes Kazuya. I don't understand how they couldn't talk to each other for 2 months when they live right next to each other.
Right? It's that. Oh my God. Yeah. That sounds awful, man.
Yeah, she ghosted him for 2 months, and he became like a hobo. Like he grew facial hair in that time period.
Wait, how does he become a hobo when he's the one that's paying her nickel and dime every other day, and so it's a reverse effect. Well, he stops giving her money and he becomes homeless.
Yeah, he grew facial hair. I mean, this happens so often that it's not even a detriment to his mental state. But he does the whole thing where he has trash all around his room. Like I said, he does that routinely, so that's not even a sign of his mental
even
state.
When he's like, even if he's in like love with these girls, he lives like a pig.
Yeah. But yeah, he was in a bad state for those 2 months because she just ghosted him. He texted her something like, "I want to go to your house to bring this over. Is that okay?" And she didn't text him for those 2 months. Amazing writing.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm so glad you're still sticking with this, man. I mean,
also
the commitment is amazing.
The quote, we got a quote that's not, it's not to the level of "I don't not like you," It's not to the level of that, but we got a quote that would put Confucius to shame. Chizuru says something to the effect of, because Kazuya's pretty much admitted that he loves Chizuru. It's out in the open, and Chizuru won't give him an answer because, and again, this is not verbatim, but this is the sentiment of what she said. You are not in love with Chizuru Mizuhara. You're in love with she was basically saying, you're not in love with me, you're in love with the rent-a-girlfriend version of me.
Right.
And I was like, so we're stalling for another 2 seasons with this idea?
With this bull.
Man.
Wow.
Very bad series. Very bad.
Is real quick, and we can get off that rent-a-girlfriend bull. Is the Dreamer Girl still there in this season?
Yeah.
What a pointless character.
He uses her to basically progress the plot. Whenever the characters are acting stagnant for whatever reason, like the whole 2 months thing, she's the one that went over to Chizuru's house and was like, "Why aren't you talking to Kazuya?" And and she basically urged Chizuru to make a move, and she did the same thing to Kazuya, and that whole thing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What about you, Ian?
As for me, I've been watching this series on Netflix called Teach You a Lesson. And I think it's pretty good. I mean, I have 2 episodes left, so the ending could make or break the series.
I was like that.
Well, I always say that just because, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's a lot of really good shows out there, but they just don't know how to end anything anymore. Like, I feel like there's some shows, unfortunately, have set the bar when it comes to like how you end a series, and Breaking Bad. I know a lot of people love The Wire ending, and there's just like so many really good endings. 6 Feet Under is another one that was a good ending, but anyway. But I feel like that also Game of Thrones kind of like ruined it when it came to series 2, because you had this amazing series with amazing writing, amazing characters, just everything great about it, and then it just ended so horribly. So you kind of, have a little bit of a fear of what's going to happen. And I say this because recently, when I was on my trip to Hawaii, I watched on the plane the whole, I finally caught up with Squid Game. And I saw how that series ended. You saw how it ended, right? Or no?
I think did the series end with season 2, or?
I mean, it on Netflix it shows season 2 and 3, but it was basically split up. Like, it was I think 8 episodes, and then the other one was 7 or something, or maybe it was 6 or 7. I don't know. Yeah. Point is, it did end, but it had a weird ending.
Okay, so I did see it. See it.
Yeah. I loved the first season of Squid Game. I absolutely hated the second season. I felt as if season 2 was nothing more than a cash grab, and they made it just to make it because of the success of the first season. That's my personal opinion. But anyway, like I was getting at before, right when I started this conversation, was Teach You a Lesson. It's a Korean live action show. Apparently it's based on a manhwa, and I didn't even know that, because it feels just like you're watching an anime, but brought to life, because every episode is different. The main character, he's a teacher, but essentially he works for this organization called the ERPB, which stands for the education something something bureau or whatever.
Mhm.
It's supposed to be something that's like higher up when it comes to like teaching and everything. And when these schools are just like at their wits' end and they just can't find any help because every situation is different, they call these guys to kind of help the situation. And there's a team, you know, there's the main character, there's a woman, and then there's this other guy. You know, the main guy is like older and whatever, and these two are just younger or whatever. It's interesting and it's really cool because it sheds a light not only on just the system in schools as a whole, but also what teachers have to go through on a daily basis, what students have to go through, and whatnot. And it also shows off the politics of school in itself. And sometimes it's not what you know, but who you know.
Yeah.
And it's just really well done. I thought it was I like it so far. But like I said, I have 2 episodes left, and it's apparently a limited series. So I guess it's going to end. So I'm curious to see how it ends. I don't know if there's going to be a second season or whatnot, but my favorite episode so far, and I'll just touch a little bit on it without spoiling anything for people that want to watch it, because everything's different. You know, you have the gang schools, the rich kids that feel like they can do whatever because they got powerful people in their lives,
Mhm.
the ones that try to cancel people because they record. This one episode in particular is my favorite so far because it has nothing to do with any of that stuff, but it just makes you feel bad for the teacher because it's about kindergartners and the stress one teacher had to go through just because of an overbearing mother that just is like, oh, don't talk to my kid like that. You got to do this if you want to talk. You know, just one of those people that's just, I feel like a lot of teachers go through, and they constantly just like are on their phone, just calling them, harassing them, doing all that kind of stuff. And it's just like, man,
Mhm.
I thought it was really good because we were talking about students for the longest time. Then it just kind of threw out and was like, teachers go through this shit too. And sometimes it's the simplest of things where it's just this overbearing mother that just gets at this teacher and harasses her. And no, it was really good without getting into too much of spoilers or whatever. But that one's a really good episode. And I recommend if anybody has Netflix or means to watch it, check it out. It's good so far.
Okay. I definitely am interested. I'll probably look into it more to see if I want to check it out.
Yeah, just give it a once over, and you know it's Korean, so it's got subtitles if you want to watch that, and I think they also have.
Mhm.
I mean, if you want to watch it dubbed, but those always look funny to me.
Yeah, I'll
You know,
usually with that I'll end up just listening to it in its original language.
yeah. Hello, Morgan. Chat said I deserve mod.
I'm looking at chat. I don't see anything like that, but I appreciate your presence. Also, what is good, Deathstroke?
Yeah, the Big Lebowski ending hits the worst. Oh, did you not like that ending? Or did you like it, Deathstroke? Because I know the Big Lebowski ending, and I thought it was a bittersweet ending, but I'd like the ending. Also, what else did he say? I highly suggest you guys check out Ramparts of Ice. It's a really nice anime which revolves around these middle schoolers and their chemistry. Oh yeah, I think I saw like one episode of that. It seemed like a cute slice of life. Even though currently having exams, I don't think I'll allow it to prevent me from indulging myself further into it.
I think Ramparts
Chat
of
from last stream.
Ice or Ramparts of Ice is, I think that's made by the same person, same mangaka who made You and I Are Polar Opposites. I believe.
Oh,
I'm not
that also
entirely
came
sure.
out this year, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
The pink hair girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I watched the first episode of that. And they're already dating.
Mm-hmm.
I like how anime's breaking tradition left and right.
I think it is. Don't quote me on that though. If I'm wrong, I take no responsibility.
No worries.
But I think it's time to get into our shows. The first of which, let me see here. First of which, I don't even have on here because I forgot to put. It's not on the lineup. But the first show that we're going to be covering is none other than Blue Gender. I remembered to say the name right. Episodes 22 and 23.
Yeah, these episodes, man. Wow. They made an impact on you because of what the video that you showed me. First of all, I knew that you would love that episode. And then when I saw that too, I was like, oh, this is cementing the best episode of Blue Gender with Alicia. Oh my god. But I guess before we get there, we could start from the beginning. Yuji and Marlene make it back to the ship, and oh my god, it's utter chaos. It's turmoil. Everybody's dead. Everybody's turning into green balls. And the High Council's all dead except for one, who's Lou?
Lou.
Yeah, and she's just like beyond herself. No, please. I don't. You're just gonna kill me, aren't you? I know it.
People gain their sanity back quick in this show. Like Yuji went from last episode to freaking out and being real catatonic to this episode. His speech was like pretty much normal, and I was like, wait, weren't you like in baby mode last episode, Yuji? And then this lady Lou, like you said, freaking the fuck out. But maybe 3 minutes after that, she just locked in and decided, all right, I'm going to actually be a soldier now. Yeah.
And also within that span of time, I didn't know if this was previously established or not, but Lou and Sue are twin sisters. Not that I know who Lou or Sue was, but
they've shown Lou occasionally. I mean, she's the one that got slapped last week.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah, but they've shown her occasionally, and she's always been like the mysterious one that seemed to be on the outskirts of the High Council, because for the most part, the High Council is a monolith. It's just Victor and him shouting orders, but she was like the one person that kind of went against the grain. I thought
reason.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be important, but yeah, the sister, I don't know what their relationship, what significance that has, because I don't think we've ever focused on these two characters together. To the point where I'm like, Lou and Sue, I swear that was like the first time I heard their name.
Same. That's why I was like, is there any significance to this at all? Or is it just like, hey, there's two twin characters, twist,
Daemons of the Shadow Realm.
No. At least they're Daemons of the Shadow Realm. It's more context behind it. But I don't feel like there was any reason. Like, it was almost like a grand reveal, but I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But yes, Morgan, my love story is a really good one. It's been years since I've seen it, but I wouldn't mind watching that again.
So, Yuji, I'm not gonna lie. I've been on Yuji's side for a majority of this series, and although I wasn't around for this time period to see how people felt about Yuji, hearing C talk about it and knowing how the community was around a character like Shinji, from Evangelion, I would imagine people didn't like Yuji. These are the episodes where I didn't like Yuji, because we're at a point where it's crunch time. The literal world is on the line. Humanity itself hinges on whether or not you do or don't take a shot. and we have Yuji who decided, I don't want to be Yuji anymore. I want to be Vash the Stampede. And you're not Vash the Stampede.
Right. Right, exactly. This character, Yuji, has been I mean, yeah, sure. He's been kind of like scared in a world that he doesn't understand, nervous, freaked out, and whatnot. But at some point, he learned to drive a mech and like fight all these people and monsters and blue. And he kind of had a reasonable head on his shoulders. Hell, he was gonna give it all up just for the native girl, you know? But now all of a sudden, these two people that he's known for at length, maybe 2 days, 2 full days, maybe a day and a half, he's willing to just sacrifice and go, Alicia, snap out of it. I'd understand why he would do that for Marlene. Like, if it was Marlene that was doing all this, I would 100% understand why he would do that for her. That makes more sense. But Alicia, you know, going, oh, join us. We're part of the blue. It's like, no, Alicia, snap out of it. We've had so many good times. Remember that time in the fucking broiler room when you tried to get on top of me? Memories.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think they just, it feels like this show believes that we spent a lot of time with these characters together and we just didn't. That's why Alicia's supposed love or lust for Yuji just doesn't really work for me. I don't know why she feels so attached to him. And you could just be, you could have it be very surface level and I would be fine with it. But they make it seem like it's deeper than that, and it's really not, because these two barely have talked or interacted.
It's so incredibly forced. It is like, when you think back to all the times that Alicia interacted with Yuji, it's only ever been to try to sleep with him. That's the only times that they've ever interacted. They've never, you know, just had a regular chat and went, oh yeah, Earth. I mean, they did have that one, oh, let's go to the burger place. It'd be nice. It totes nice. But that was one time that wasn't involving sex. Ever since then, it was like putting on lipstick. I'm gonna fuck Yuji. Just wait. I'm gonna get him. And like that's been her whole character.
And that's the funny part. Alicia's had more meaningful conversation with Marlene than she's had with Yuji.
For sure. Absolutely. I mean, one of those conversations basically being, wow, you got lovely skin.
Yeah.
Ooh, you got nice boobs. It's been her character. But yeah, it's just, it makes zero sense. There's no point to it. If this character was maybe from the very beginning and had been there this whole time, I would say it would make more sense. But I just don't see that connection at all. They never had a friendship. They never, I mean, fuck, Yuji's been talking about Tony more than Alicia ever. Like, the words Tony escaped his mouth more than Alicia.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. Yeah. So this whole interaction of trying to fix her and all this other stuff is just, oh man, I remember just sitting there and just watching it, just going, come on, Yuji, just fucking kill. I was just waiting. I'm like, just kill her already. I'm done listening to her talk this sanctimonious blue is the ultimate species bullshit.
Everybody dies.
Yeah. That is peak. That's the peak of this episode. Everybody dies. And I kid you not, Sasuke, when the fucking windows were cracking, I thought it was because of her. I didn't know it was because of the blue. I'm like, she screamed and said everybody dies so loud that the windows were cracking. But then I was like, oh no, it was the blue. They were breaking in.
Yeah.
I almost wish that would have been true.
I don't have a problem with Yuji going into this whole situation trying to be diplomatic. I think that's fine because up until this point, he hasn't really killed a person. But my issue is once he saw Alicia was too far gone, she not only sympathized with the Blue, she empathized with them to the point where they're not even attacking her anymore. They identify her as a Blue. This isn't a situation where it's like she's lost and confused. It's not even like, I don't even like Yuji comparing his situation to theirs, because with Yuji, he was gung-ho about killing the Blue and he was losing his mind, but he still had the intention of killing them. These guys are joining with them to kill humanity. As far gone as Yuji was, he wasn't actively going, or he wasn't initiating trying to kill humanity. Now he would,
right?
He had the whole scene with Marlene where it's like, you get in my way, I'll kill you, that type of thing. But again, his intention is to kill the Blue. These guys, they are on their, they switch teams. They switch teams.
Yeah.
So with humanity on the line, shoot Alicia, please.
Seriously, like Alicia shot Marlene in the shoulder and she was freaking bleeding from right there. And Yuji's just like, Alicia, snap out of it.
Turned his back to her and everything.
Right. She shot her in the shoulder and then turns her back and she does fucking, Michael Myers shit about to stab him. And it's just like, there was a couple moments, I swear they used the same footage where it was Yuji going like that. Once with the gun, and once, or it's twice, when he was about to get stabbed. Yeah. And the first time when he was about to get shot, that's when Marlene got shot in the shoulder. Mm-hmm. The second time, Rick comes out and as he's like, because he got her bleeding out and everything, just shoots her, boom. And this was someone that I think he had relations with. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. I'm assuming they did.
They seemed like they were cordial because they were the ones. They were introduced to us as a pair because they were basically a team. Because Yuji and Marlene initially fought them, and then they beat them, and then they fought Tony, and of course Tony beat them. So yeah, like so Rick and Alicia are the ones that have a actual relationship or something more there,
right?
But
he shot her.
Yeah,
he shot her. To be honest, the role should be reversed. Rick should be the one saying "snap out of it, Alicia," and Yuji and or Marlene should be the one, boom, wanting to shoot her. That's my opinion. They should have just redid that, and that would have made more sense.
Yeah, it's difficult because I feel like they just wanted. I feel like the intention was, we want Yuji's humanity to leak out here. We want him to revert to the state that he was at in the beginning, being like this guy who wasn't tainted by how society had crumbled with the Blue invading and whatnot. So he's trying to protect humanity by protecting her. But I felt like it would have been kind of profound if he decided to kill her because he identified her as a Blue, and he kind of had like internal conflict with having to kill someone. I felt like that would have been profound, but just having him outright defend her when the humanity is on the line, nah.
Yeah, I agree. Especially after we finally saw what happened when Tony took Alicia to the hive or whatever. He basically just kind of like forced her and was like, "Look, aren't these so beautiful? Hold this egg sack filled with blue." No. And then she holds it and she's like, "Yes.
Yeah.
I love it."
Yeah, so they were trying to give her. I still don't understand why she was in that catatonic state. they don't really explain that because it just feels like this switch was flipped to the point where I thought Alicia was fucking dead and that Blue was just puppeteering her or something because she lost all of her personality for a good 2-3 episodes, and then this episode she still was like that, and then all of a sudden kind of reverted back to who she was. And I'm like, okay, the way you guys shown us of the B cells affecting Yuji in particular is that it was like this slow descent into madness.
Yeah,
well, it wasn't all that slow, but
sure.
It still was somewhat gradual. You know, it took like a span of 4 to 5 episodes for him to be sweet Yuji to evil Yuji. Alicia is completely 180 in an episode worth of time. In that one talk with Tony, she's a complete different character. There's no gradual anything.
Yeah. She absolutely was convinced all by holding a blue sack. That's all it took was that. Because before that, she was terrified. She's like, no. And Tony's like, oh, you'll get used to it. Don't worry. Everything's great, blah, blah, blah. You'll see. Look, hold this. And it's almost like I don't know what they were going with. It's like the blue cells that are inside, I guess when you're closer to blue, it makes you more like a blue or something. I don't know.
I feel like the way I interpret this, or the way I think their intention was with Alicia in particular, because we still got to talk about Tony, but with Alicia in particular, I think they shown some of her insecurities in her feelings as a sleeper. I've said it many times. She sucks as a soldier. So I think it was one of those instances where, because she felt like she could not assimilate with humanity, at least humanity as it is, because she couldn't fulfill her duties as a soldier because she felt inferior to people like Yuji, Tony, even Marlene, who wasn't even a sleeper. I felt like she's decided to switch sides because she thought that could be a place where she belonged. I think that was the intention. I don't think the execution was good, though.
No, because the way you say it makes a lot more sense. But they either were on time constraints and they just couldn't really do that, or maybe that's what C says, where it's basically the movie's different, and maybe they perfected that and changed it or something. I don't know. But yeah that's kind of what I felt, was that they have the B cells. The B cells either make you this psychotic killer of the blue, they make you join the blue, or a sympathizer of the blue somehow. And with her, all she had to do was just listen to an alien's heartbeat, and then that's all it took. And whether that be because of the B cells or because she chose to do that herself, that's definitely something that they fumbled. And I could definitely see that, where it was, she never belonged anywhere, but at least with the blue, she could, scream her head off, everybody dies, and be accepted, Oh my God. But yeah, she got shot at the end. Rick said, it's been revoked. No, he said something like it reminded me of just like the cheesy 80s movies where I'm just like, Sean was just like, I'm proud of that one. I delivered that line to hell.
Nobody will be blue for you.
Yes. Oh, brilliant. Yes, but that's how that ends. Oh, and Yuji grabs Alicia and goes, no. All those meaningful moments, all wasted.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah, in episode 23,
Oh boy.
I'm gonna just jump here because
Let's do it. Let's do it. We've already this show's already jumped the shark. Let's jump to it.
Rick fucking gets brutally murdered. And I'm not gonna act like I'm a fan of Rick, but I just felt that
peace,
was Rick. I don't know if I'm a big fan of how unceremoniously he went out with.
It's like died off screen.
Yeah, to the point where Alicia doesn't even acknowledge it. She literally just walks off like, oh, okay, cool.
I mean, we had a thing. We were both on the fucking team. Whatever. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. Just
because I was already irritated that they patched her. They took the time to patch her up and everything, and they left Rick with her. I already knew his fate was sealed there, but I at least thought that she was going to kill him or something. But
yeah, I thought she died too. But then, like, you see her still alive, hanging on. I'm like, oh, she's still alive. Jesus.
Yeah.
Why is she still alive? But yeah, poor Rick. Poor Rick. He was dying. He got cut up pretty good. And then he's like, don't worry. I can hold my own. And Marlene Yuji was just like, no, you're hurt. You need to go to the ship and everything. Mm-hmm. It seemed like that's where they were going, was to the ship on that motorcycle thing or whatever. And then the Blue sneak out of nowhere and literally just dogpile him and just murder this man. And you see a Blue tackle, but then you don't see anything else. You don't see him get dismembered or anything like that. It was just Alicia waking up going, what? Oh, Rick's okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, walks away calmly and like it's nothing. So, yeah, Rick met his end. Rest in peace, Rick. I wouldn't really know what to say much about his character. It's weird because, like, regardless of voiced by Sean, whatever, the character itself, he seemed very one note. Mm-hmm. But then, like, kind of towards the end, it's almost seemed like he had a bit of a character, you know? He went from wanting to put his dick in something to just being almost kind of like a good teammate in a way. Which I was like, where was this character?
Yeah,
the whole time.
It seemed like he genuinely cared for Marlene. And again, that relationship, shallow, but there was at least something being done there. Whereas I feel like the same wasn't done with Alicia and Yuji. Yeah, but it was like one of those situations where it's like, because he even told Yuji, he was like, you better keep Marlene safe. So yeah, it was like
he cared.
Yeah, he cared about her, so he was willing to do all this stupid shit, and yeah, ends up getting blicks like he was up against Miles Garrett or something.
Oh, poor guy. But yeah, rest in peace. He did some good. You know, he helped Marlene when she needed it. Got the SD card or whatever it was, and yeah, so he was a team player.
Yeah,
all the way to the end.
They are not going to even mention him. I bet.
Oh, hell no. These next episodes, it's going to be, oh no, Tony, he's dead.
Tony.
Oh, I guess I jumped a little head there too, but I guess before all this stuff had happened, Alicia got patched up. She's whatever. Rick in a hurt state or whatever, can't really do much of anything. So Yuji and Marlene go to what looks like a final boss station in like a game where it's this giant room and Tony's in this Dr. Eggman kind of weird looking robot thing.
Yeah.
And it was just all set up, and it's literally just kind of like a back and forth of what you'd expect. Tony, stop this. Humanity needs to die. I am the Messiah. And yes, right here, everybody dies. I swear that was the catchphrase in these past couple episodes. It's just everyone dies.
Everybody dies.
Yeah, because Tony said it too. just everybody dies. Yeah. And yeah, that's what happened. Tony did kind of like say something that we all knew as the audience, but I don't think Yuji knew, which was, well, no, he kind of like maybe worded it a bit different, where basically he said that Earth created the blue to cleanse humanity. I don't think that's what it was for. I think that's just what he was saying, just to kind of like get under his skin. But Earth did create blue. We do know that.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we speculated at the very beginning, where it's like, where did the blue come from? And we didn't know at the time, but we speculated, okay, it's probably one of those things to where it's natural phenomenon, get rid of humanity. We've seen this plot so many different times, it's not even funny.
Yeah, freaking lot of stories, from robots doing it to humanity, to aliens doing it to humanity, to Earth itself destroying itself.
Fucking plants. Like, what was that movie called?
Oh my god, The Happening.
Yeah, The Happening. Yeah.
What? No. Greatest delivery of line. Way to go, Mark Wahlberg. You killed it. Killed it worse than the plants. Oh yeah, I'll never forget that movie. They marketed that fucking movie as being this, I don't know, like this ultimate horror movie.
Yeah.
And it was M. Night Shyamalan, and it was like, it's his first ever rated R movie. And I remember like, oh, this is gonna be so fucking good. First 30 minutes of the movie, they tell you the plot. Plants are destroying the Earth, and they're taking Earth back. And I'm like, we have another hour and 30 minutes of this shit. You that really? Never. No. Oh, I watched that in the theater too.
Ooh.
That was that. Oh, because I was looking forward to it. I was like, this is gonna be good, but
yeah.
I think that was the nail in the coffin for M. Night Shyamalan and trusting anything that man ever did.
Well,
but
with Tony, yeah, he sees him. He's kind of, he's seeing himself as a messiah. He believes that he is ushering in this new era for the Earth itself. He completely, he's completely lost when it comes to his humanity. He truly believes that he is one of the blue, and that this is humanity needs to crumble and there needs to be a reset. So yeah, Yuji finally decides, well, that's not good. I'm going to kill you now. Which, when it happened, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I looked off to the side for a second because I had my two monitors up. I looked to the side for a second. I said, what? He shot him? I was like, what? Because I thought there was going to be like some big fight, considering that they're the sleeper ages. He's always been, Tony, right. I'm going to be better than you, Tony. And then he just killed him like that. And I was like, what?
Right. It wasn't Tony supposed to be this alpha, just mega, like, look at me, I'm one of the best fucking fighters here because I have the B cell, enhancement or whatever, and he just dies. Well, okay, he just gets shot.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, that was very anticlimactic. And I also thought to myself, oh, you shoot him, but you won't shoot Alicia. Okay, I see how it is.
And Alicia like threatened his life 3 times in that interaction and shot at Marlene.
Right. And what did Tony do? I'm the Messiah. You bitch. How dare you say you're the Messiah? But Alicia shoots Marlene, shoots him, almost stabs him, and then he has tears for her. Give me a fucking break.
Patches her up and everything.
Right? It's like, why didn't you patch up Tony? Shot him dead in the face. No. Let's not patch him up or anything. Let's just, yeah, Marlene, I think you were right. You couldn't be reasonless. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Oh man.
But Alicia gets all the special treatment. Maybe he did secretly have a thing for her.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe he was really looking forward to what was going to happen in that boiler room.
You know what it is? He probably has feelings for Marlene, but he probably likes the fact that he had another girl that was interested in him.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Wanted to hear
like he probably liked the attention. He was just like, I can get used to this. I slept with a native girl. I have this blonde girl that I like. And now I have another girl that has the hots for me. I'm living in my best time.
I'm in my popular phase.
Right. I'm in my popular phase. Look at C. He's in the chat. If you get the B cells, does this mean Laura Bailey will love me too?
If you risk your life a couple of times.
Right, and you have to have another girl come after you, and she has to kill you at least 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. And then when she gets shot by Rick, you grab a hold of her and go, no,
yes.
Alicia.
Do all that.
Then yes, you too can have a shot of Laura Bailey.
My favorite part, I don't know why I'm lying. This wasn't my favorite part, but I found it very funny that, and I know this isn't how the scene happened, but this is how it looked in my eyes. Alicia goes over to Tony as he's dying and whatnot, and then she's like, Tony, we just woke up too early. It's over now. He's like, no, everybody dies. And she's like, you're right, Tony. Let's rest together. And then it just looks like she's just like smothers him in her titties, and then he dies off screen.
What a way to go out. He's just like, no, I didn't want this, especially not from you. I wanted Marlene.
The only reason I say that is because she holds him to her chest, and then like he makes like this muffled sound, so it sounds like he's literally getting smothered to death by her A-cup titties. I'm just like, what the? And then they fucking blow up.
Beautiful. They fucking blew up. So this means, ladies and gentlemen, Alicia and Tony are dead, along with all the blue that were on that ship. So it's weird because this episode felt more like an ending than it did anything else, because we have 3 more episodes after this.
I don't know what happens in these next 3 episodes, but I have seen not good things about these next 3 episodes.
It's going to be interesting.
It is going to be very interesting. So C suggested that we check out the movie or whatever. If it's like pretty much the same, I'll just see what's different for,
right.
And, compare, contrast. But yeah, I feel like I almost don't know where they're going to go with these last 3 episodes. I feel like it's going to be the obvious. Okay, now that we're at this point where the blue are defeated, it's going to be humanity versus humanity. But I'm like, in what sense are they going to do something like that? Is it going to be one of those things where people are vying for power, in terms of like who do they listen to? Like, what's the leadership next? Like, does Miyagi become president of the rest of humanity? Like all 5 of them? I don't know. But I feel like this has the potential to be pretty bad.
I mean, hopefully we don't get the really dumb ending, which is, do it, Yuji. Save humanity. Push a button or hit something to basically destroy all the blue. And then he goes, no. And then Marlene has to force herself to like kill him or something. And then the world is saved, but at what cost type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could see something stupid like that, but
I'm very interested.
Says the movie is very different, is what he says. So yeah, I'm curious too. We could watch this, and then I don't know, maybe the following week or something, we can say that we saw the movie and this is how it's different, or we could even talk about it in the same segment. I don't know. We'll have to cross that bridge when we get there because I am very curious to see what these next 3 episodes are going to be. Right, that's what I was talking about. See, the Mass Effect 3 original ending. So, I mean, it's basically which Call of Duty. Please don't tell me they got inspiration from Blue Gender. That's why it's called Blue Gender. You have to shoot the blue one.
Wow.
Oh man,
that's pretty much those 2 episodes.
Rest in peace to some legends. Rest in peace, Rick. Rest in peace, Alicia. Rest in peace, Tony. So, yeah, the only people that are left now are some stragglers that lived from the Blue Uprising, and of course, Yuji and Marlene. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Maybe second humanity just tries to colonize Earth again, which I don't know if you would consider that colonizing, since
you're just basically going back.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah,
me neither.
Yes, that was Blue Gender. Our next show is none other than Daemons of the Shadow Realm, episode 11. So,
well, long arm and long legs are dead, and
I don't know why I thought you were going to say something different.
Well, because I said feet last time, and I made sure to say legs. What you think? Yeah. You thought I was going to say dick, didn't you?
Yes. I don't know why I thought you were going to say that.
That whole episode would have to have been censored if it was. If it was like that.
If it was written by the boys writers, it would have been that.
Oh fuck, Jesus! But anyway, we are introduced to a brand new character at the very start of this episode. Yuru was able to find the master of long legs and short arms. Basically, it was this kid, this little kid, and wouldn't you know it, the kid is related to Dara. Not. I mean, first they made it seem like, oh, is he like a love child or whatever? And it's like, no, I don't have a kid. I never been with anybody. I never got anybody pregnant. Come to find out, drum roll, half brother.
Yep.
Which I love your notes here. Dara's dad is way too horny.
Yeah. Which the fact that he even believed that this was a possibility makes you go, well, who did you potentially knock up for you to have a thought like, because he said something. He was like, is your mom this and this ethnicity? And he's like, no, I'm your brother. So I wonder who he possibly got knocked up, and if that's going to actually come back to bite him. But yes, we are introduced to Ken. Dara's a much younger brother, 22-year age gap, which confirms that Dara's 35, because I don't think he's outright stated his age before. But now we know it.
He's an old man. It's like me.
35 is not old.
No. Hello, Midnight. Welcome on in.
What's good, Midnight?
But yes, new character is Ken.
Mm-hmm.
Ken. And poor kid seems like he doesn't have any parents of his own, because they said that, he said that his mother had recently died, and he acquired those Daemons, and he didn't really have any control over them. We definitely did get like a bunch of lore in this particular episode, where basically we kind of found out how break and seal works when it comes to Daemons. Where break, you know, they the power of break itself kind of like makes stray Daemons, while seal returns them to the relic form, which I thought was very interesting. I was like, neat. That'll definitely come important later.
Yeah, break severs the contract while seal just it just puts them to their original state. So somebody will still have the contract with Daemon, the master, and Daemon will still have that relationship, but break just ends that relationship, period. We got a lot of interesting information with Ken being the master of Tanaga Ashinaga. We know, or we found out, that Daemons can outright not listen to their masters, because we didn't know that before, because most of the Daemon and master relationship we've seen thus far have been good, with either like with Yoru left and right, him treating them as equals, or you'll have relationship like with Gabby and her Daemons, where it's like you see the love that she has for them. But this time we're seeing it, even though we didn't actually see it, it's described to us as basically they were running around like level 100 Charizards with a Pokemon trainer that got 2 badges or something. They just weren't listening.
Freaking Charizard with Ash just sitting there with his head like this and just like, whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, we didn't know that before, that they could just outright defy their master's wishes. Now they couldn't attack them, because that would basically mark them as stray Daemons, and they would be relegated to one location. But that ended up happening anyways. Funny enough, because Ken had the wherewithal to go to the Lost House, given that he's a part of the Dara family, and pretty much trap them so they wouldn't harm the rest of humanity because of how dangerous they are. Yeah, this kid is pretty brave.
Yeah,
pretty sad what he's going through, but he's staying strong.
Yeah, it's a shame because both him and Dara don't even know where their own father is, and I don't know what that means for the father himself, if he's just that type of person where he's just never around, or if he just, floats around town, or if he's one of those go out for cigarettes and never come back type of fathers. I mean, it's just,
we got another Hohenheim.
Not a good impression right off the bat. It's like, where's your dad? I don't know.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be important. We learned with the dad that he's the one that taught Nagisa how to escape the barrier, the Higashi barrier, through blackmail, which I thought was pretty funny. Like, just Yoru learning that his mom was kind of a savage, which this is what this author does. Like, she loves to write her strong women, and they can be strong in a variety of different ways. But yeah, we that's how they were able to get out of that situation, because although Mine lived in a village, he wouldn't know how to escape the village. Nobody should have known how to escape the village except for the Higashi. And Nagisa, her going to the village was a complete accident, allegedly. But now we know how they were able to escape with Asa in tow.
Yep. It's all starting to come together. Um, the old lady's like, "Can I leave now? But also take them as these two bodies as because they have Well, they didn't have families, is what she said, but just like to take them with."
Mm-hmm.
And Yura was just like, "Yeah, okay, sure, why not?" And I like how she kind of like in her mind is just like the way he trusts people and the way he like kind of like analyzes people to if they're trustworthy or not. The smartest of ways.
I really like because we had that scene and then we got a scene later on with Hana. I really like for the first time it feels that they shown his hunter instincts being a detriment to him, because I feel like for the most part his hunter instincts have always been highlighted in a very great way, like when he fought against Jean, for example, where he came up with the plan, turn off the lights, I'm gonna have my Daemons go right here and then I'm gonna hunt you in the dark. It's always been shown in a very clever way because other people don't have those instincts. But this time it's used in a way of you can get fooled by analyzing someone's bloodlust. Things aren't as simple. Like humans aren't. We are animals, but we don't work like animals in a way where we're always going off our instincts or we're showing our hand. People can be very deceptive. They can fool you at any time. Just because someone isn't showing bloodlust in the moment. With Hana show, she just yoked them up. It was like, look, I don't want to kill you, but I'll fuck you up. So I thought that was a really good lesson for him to learn, because while I don't think he needs to necessarily assimilate into this current world in terms of him adopting the ideas of the modern world, I do believe that he has to adjust somewhat. He has to adjust for people being real conniving,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an important lesson for him.
Yeah, that was definitely something to learn, because I think it'll come in handy later on. I think that's why he's learning all this stuff now, so that whenever it happens later, because who knows, maybe, I don't know, the middle brother will say something conniving and whatever and do something shady. Maybe he'll think twice about it, and then that's when he'll go, remember what you just learned. Just because he doesn't have bloodlust doesn't mean he's trustworthy.
Yeah.
So I could see it being used that way.
Especially for a character like Asuma, because we know with Asuma, he didn't even want these people that were tailing him to kill Yuru. He just wanted to find out the Dara hideout. So like in a moment, there might not be any bloodlust, but it's someone could just be plotting on you, or they could want to torture you or something. It doesn't have to necessarily be I'm out to kill you. Like everything isn't kill or be killed in a moment.
Right. I like when the old lady finally got freed and let go and everything, and then she kind of like said her goodbyes or whatever. I like how at the very end she was just like, I'm quitting this job. I don't care. I'm done with this shit.
I'm hoping that she makes it home alive. Because I would expect, given that she gave all that information about Asuma, that something's going to happen to her. I mean, it's
true. I could see that. It's
kind of too late, so it's not like it's going to have much. It's not like they can change what happened, but in that line of work, you do criminal activity and then you tell on people, it usually never ends well.
Yep. You live by it, you die by it. It's just the way that it is, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But well, let's see if she does make it home. She seems like a tough lady. She got her knives set, and she can kind of hold her own.
Yeah. Shall see. But so we were speculating how how that whole girls bar thing was going to come, because we knew that was going to be used for a gag some way somehow, and yeah, we got it this episode where fucking Dara spills over his bag, everything comes out, gambling ticket, girls bar, card, and then he's bringing in this kid that looks exactly like him, and Hana's just
she's fuming.
Yeah.
she's absolutely pissed and she's upset. She's just like, I was supposed to be with Jason Statham, but instead I'm dealing with this shit, and I'm two-timing, just trying to get with other women and gambling with the buddy. What the hell? Yeah. Almost kind of forgot that she was a character in this series until we finally got back.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I was worried sick. And she at least cares about Yuru, but Dara's just, no. She could give two shits less about Dara.
She cares about not having to pay that health insurance and shit. It's all about money with her.
Oh, for sure. Because that was one of the first things she says, like, oh, thank God, because something happened to you. I couldn't afford that payment. And then, because she was a little skeptical of having Ken stay and everything. Mm-hmm. Ken's just this poor little kid. He's just like, oh God, no, I don't know. And apparently he had some money. Hasn't updated in a while, but let me go ahead and let me get this fixed. Dara goes ahead and does his thing. This is how much this kid's worth. I'm gonna change that tune right away.
Yeah, she looked at, turned into a completely different character. What do you need, Ken?
How many zeros? What? You could stay as long as you want.
You want that PlayStation 5? Switch 2?
You can have all the goodies just as long as you don't ever leave, and I can just have this at my disposal. Man. Yeah, Ken don't care though, because he just wants to live. Poor thing.
Yeah,
he definitely is tragic.
It's pretty sad. I mean, even that scene, it's a gag, but he pretty much has to buy his way into the family because it feels like he's just trying to find some sense of stability. Because, I mean, his dad is in the wind. His mom recently dies. He knows he has an older brother, and it's so sad too because they treat this like a gag.
Acknowledge him.
Yeah, because he calls him like Oni-chan in the episode, and he's like, "No, call me Ryu." I was like, I understand because I've been in a situation where I've had a brother I didn't know about, met him, and it was kind of hard to have a relationship where it felt like with my other brothers that I grew up with.
Right.
But I was like, man, that's really cold. That's really cold.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling too. I met a brother I didn't know about until a funeral happened. And I was just like, oh, half brother.
Yeah.
Fun. Yeah. So that was fun. But yeah, you can't help but feel sorry for this kid, and you definitely want this kid to succeed and find his dad, and because he's just in a poor situation right now. But seems like he's going to be a regular as of right now.
Yeah.
What we're going to see with this character later on, we don't know, but all we know is that when this episode ends, it deals with handling Ken's mother's remains because Hana offers to bury her on her mountain and everything. So, yeah, I'm sure the next episode's probably going to be a sad one, a tearjerker, baby. Maybe we're going to get more history and background on Ken himself, and I think we'll probably get a little more into him and probably just more of the plot itself as well. But yeah, very Last episode, straight up action, fighting, killing, destroying. This one, we have that balance again where it's story, new character. This writer loves to add new characters.
Yeah,
you know,
big
you
cast.
you think just one, now two, now 5, and now we got 20. Yeah, it's just what she does. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. Definitely those funny moments when it's really tragic. But I think Ken will eventually earn his way into the family, so to speak. I think it's probably going to have to take some sort of action for it to happen. Unfortunately, it's not going to be automatic.
Yeah. Oh, I did not post this. Sorry, I forgot to paste the notes right here. Luckily, I still had it. That's really
Everything's fine, folks.
That's really it for the episode, though.
Yeah, it went really quick. These episodes always go by quick because then when you see the ending, I'm like, "It?
Yeah,
It's over already."
yeah. Poor kid was crying that night, probably thinking about his mom because he promised Yoru that he would find his parents. So, you know,
Yeah. Oh, and he was crying while laying in bed. And also left and right are just sitting there at the edge while they both were sleeping. Kind of weird. And I get it because they themselves don't sleep. But honestly, if I had left and right, I'd be like, guys, I love you. But can you please, like, I don't know, go on the roof or something?
Understood.
And then that's what they would do. Just boom.
So that is it for Daemons of the Shadow Realm. Very good episode. Next up, though, is none other than C's favorite show, Marriagetoxin. Let's see.
See if you're still here. We got to see a lot more of Kibiye and what her little hammies can do. Oh, that, yeah. She's got a heck of a laugh for sure. But this episode, pretty interesting episode. One of the very first things that happened at the beginning of this this episode was Kimie. Well, first of all, she showed out her really cool powers with her hamsters. They basically scouted the whole island, came back, and they made a fucking almost like a virtual map of the whole island.
Yeah.
Which I thought was neat. I'm like, that's actually a really good power. I know she's considered this useless, power or whatever. Really scouted the whole island. That's a good power.
Yeah. I mean, it always feel when you have a power like this niche, you always wonder like how versatile it can be because it's put down simply because it's not great for killing. But when it's utilized in the way it's being utilized, it has a lot of uses outside. It's like she could do a whole bunch of different shit, just having a whole bunch of animals be able to scout for her, relay messages. This is more versatile than somebody with like the spear master, because you can only kill somebody with it.
Yeah.
But because her ability isn't for murder, it's looked at as trash. So it's just a matter of her like utilizing it in a way that can be useful to the situation at hand.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to those kind of powers, like support always gets overlooked for power and killing, because it's like, yeah, it's cool that you have these powers to like kill and all this other stuff, but support will always be important. The maps, the if you get hurt, you need healing or whatever. Yeah, that's definitely something that's always super important. But Kimie showed her power not just with hammies, showing a map of the island, but oh my god, they can cook food too. Hamsters were doing a little ratatouille going on where they were just getting everything together. And oh my god, Giro once again broke tradition and did something that went against everything he's ever known. Eating somebody else's food that he himself did not make. Because that's what was instilled into his brain for, ever since he was a little kid and everything.
Yeah.
And I love that scene, just kind of like showing him fighting it and him remembering what his master essentially told him when he was really young and everything. And Kimie just kind of like looking upset, going, come on, you got to eat. And then just saying, well, he didn't say it, but basically just going, fuck it, opened his mouth and took a bite and was like, it's pretty damn good.
All it took was
I
big
love
boobs.
that whole interaction. Right. Because then both girls before, Shark Girl and Green Hair, didn't they try to prepare him some food? And he was like, no, I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Kimie comes up, and I wish I had C's sound effect. Boom, 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 boom. And just, that's all it took. He's just like, feed me. Just put it in my mouth. All it took.
Yeah. It was a really good scene though. It's he has to fight against the training that has been instilled in him. And it's something that, although he is a good guy, he still has to work on himself because it's deeply ingrained and like embedded in his mind. I wonder like what other deep insecurities he has. Because he also shown this episode with when he was about to go against 100 masters, he was taught to basically not pick a fight he can't win. Don't take any risk. If you shot up 2 of your dosages, do not hit that 3rd one, because even though you're the poison clan master, you can still die from it. So he's been going against everything that he's been taught, and it's a scary place to be in, but I mean, he's trying to do the right thing, so that's what it takes.
Yeah, he's never been one for keeping tradition, and also not one for, I don't know, being a fearless anything. He's always been rather chill and forgiving, and also keeping just basically talking to people as if they're equals.
Mm-hmm.
Never doing anything like that. So he's definitely showing kind of like he's breaking more away from the tradition and doing his own thing, and it's going to eventually either catch up with them in a good way, or he's going to break away entirely and become the person he's always wanted to be, which was not this special poison guy that's better than everyone else.
So how do you feel about Dogo so far?
Fucking hate him. He is. Well, I'll say this: the voice actor's having fun with this character. He's definitely going crazy, and the animators are drawing him going and all this other crazy stuff. But Dogo, if he was a person, would be batshit insane and have, be put in a straitjacket and in a padded room, because he is just nutso. So yeah, I don't know. I find him rather annoying.
Yes.
Like I think that and we've had weird villains in this series so far. We had the painter that licks paint, not painter, but that one guy that licks paintings. I don't think he was a painter.
Yeah.
But just some weird art guy. And then the one dude that was like shirtless, kind of like making violins only to throw them and not play a single note. just a bunch of weird people in this show.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Dogo is worse. And I've read the manga, but having a voice to the face and the character, yeah. He was already annoying in the manga, but it's another level with the anime, I'm not gonna lie. Like he is frustrating, annoying. It's good villainy in terms of just him belittling Kimie because he's really trying to get under Gero's skin. He's trying to get him out of character. He's trying to get him to crash out. And he eventually does it because the first thing he does is he goes in the cave, sees the food, because he was watching him the whole time. He's like, secretly he's like, this tastes like shit. Who the fuck cooked this?
I had high hopes for you when you, of all people, said this was good.
Yeah,
but it actually tastes like ass.
He probably got him to go plate of that after Gero left.
Right. He's just like, I'll take 2 more helpings, please. Thank you.
But yeah, he's belittling her, saying like she's just a hamster master, and being real dismissive of her, and revealing that he has her hostage, which I don't know how the hell she got transported to that place that quick.
Unless Kung Fu Panda.
Unless Gero was fighting for a very long time, which that's possible, but considering it's just a cave entrance, I don't know how the hell Dogo would have got through there without Gero noticing the entire time.
Right.
But
just fighting the whole time. Gero or Dogo has time to walk in, steal her, and Kimie is just like, help, help, Gero, help, and Gero's just fighting everybody, not even paying attention. Help, I said.
If she does that laugh, he would have. That is
right.
A loud laugh.
That is an unmistakable laugh. Like you could be blind and you know who that is. But
Kimie.
Oh, Kimie. When did you come in?
What are you doing?
Hell, even in her past, she had that laugh. Did you see that?
Yes, got it from her brother. Yeah, got it from her brother.
She has that hearty laugh. Yeah, got it from her brother. And this is probably jumping way ahead. You know what? I'm gonna skip that right now. I'm not gonna jump way ahead yet. So Kimie's taken. She's in a cage with all these other people, neck getting fucking strangulated and drained and whatnot. And Gero has to save her. And I think also what this episode showed us, other than him being careless and everything, is that, well, I guess you can't even say it was this episode because it happened a couple episodes prior. Gero's not all but invincible. You know what I mean? He can make mistakes and he can, succumb to these things, just like even with the double dosage and everything. Because these other episodes, we've seen him take on the painter guy, no problem. Take on the violin dude, no problem. This one, yeah, he's kind of having trouble. And he needs a little bit of assistance, which who shows up to save his ass?
The one with the fat ass.
I love what you have here. She's Glub. Shout out to C. Is back, and her ass is fat.
They just like the first shot you see of her, she just posted up like an action figure, and you just see her ass. It just pans up. I'm like, hey,
and he's just like, hey, I don't know why I dodged you earlier, but now I'm glad to see you again.
It's so convenient too that she's not wearing the stupid dive suit anymore. But she's not wearing a helmet. It's like they have to. Wait, why is your camera frozen?
Uh-oh. Is it frozen? No,
okay, it's back.
It looks like it's moving. Oh.
It's back now.
Okay. Something must have happened. Weird. But But yeah, that kind of confused me too, because I thought for a second, doesn't the sun like hurt her skin or something? I thought she was like sensitive to like. That's why she wore the suit, was because she's sensitive to the air or something. I
Well,
forget.
she that's why she like I believe, I may be wrong about this, but I think she like creates this layer of water around her. So cuz he like destroyed the like little tank thing that she had, and then he hurt her. No, actually no. He gave her a cure. Remember?
Oh, at the very end. I think I remember that. It's. I know it was early on when we were watching it, but I forgot. I'll take your word for it, though.
Yeah, he gave her a cure at the end because she that's how we found out, because she told us about the condition and whatnot, and then he gave her an injection and was like,
well, that was nice of him.
Yeah.
Once again, him being nice.
Yeah, I mean, that niceness is the reason why she took this job in the first place. I'm assuming.
Sasuke, no, it was for the money. Come on now, she was hired.
That too.
Because May is low key like one of the best wingman / support. We were talking about how great a support character is. May is probably one of the best supporting characters of anything I've seen. She knows her. I know it's always hard to conflate the two. They always seem to know what's up and always think ahead. And then, freaking Garo was in trouble. So what did May do? Well, I just made a call to Ushio, and now he's gonna be okay. May, you're great.
Yeah, for sure. Someone without powers having this much influence on like fighting elements is kind of crazy, but it's funny because he has alternative motive with calling Ushio, because it's not just to save Garo, it's also to low-key set him up with her, because May is thinking, hey, things could work out with Ushio and Garo because he saved her too. So it's like killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, and that conversation was happening on top of a rhino, by the way. Where did they get a rhino?
We're on Beast Island.
Last time I checked, they were running away from Kung Fu Bear. I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they destroyed Kung Fu Bear because she was wearing nothing. That one girl. But yeah, this is true. This is Beast Island. They just found the closest rhino they could find. They were like, hey, come here. I'm here.
When in Rome.
Come here, rhino. And then it just reminded me of like Donkey Kong Country, where you're just riding on the rhino and going through everything, because those people were trying to stop. We are part of the sloth crew. Ugh. We are part of the whatever crew. Ugh. It reminded me of that scene from Spy Family when Yor's just going through everybody before their introduction's destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Or it happens and then she's just destroying everybody. I'm a part of this. Boom.
Yeah, it's some of these masters that's just ridiculous. Like, why do we have a koala master? Why did you decide that was going to be your thing?
Satsuki, we're powerful because we eucalyptus and we're gray.
It's like
I don't know.
I guess the whole point is because they're branch masters, they have they're assigned to animals that you really wouldn't expect for there to be a mastery of,
True.
But koalas, like I understood the bird thing, and he uses
even
power
sloths
in a weird way, but I just don't know.
Birds can fly.
Yeah, there's something there.
Right. And the sloth, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, sloths don't do anything. They're the slowest creatures next to a fucking snail. And, it's just like, for a sloth, I would have pictured them like moving really slow, like, I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch. But no,
Yeah.
instead they had like the Wolverine claws and everything. It's like, come on, you're not fooling anybody. But yeah, I also find it funny too when these Beastmasters like get knocked out or whatever. Their animals look so concerned that their masters are just
Yeah.
on the ground. They're just like, get up, please.
Yeah. Like when he beat the koala master, the koala was like, "What did you do to my boy?"
What'd you do to him? He didn't deserve this. Yeah. But yeah, Ushio and Gero fight together. They kind of mix water and poison to create this absolutely insane power where the water gets directed right into their nasal cavities and their mouth and everything, and it's just like, and it just kills and or knocks them out, whatever it does. And crazy power. I do not envy people that have to take that on.
Yeah. Yeah, they get rid of those branch masters in a hurry. And Ushio's doing her whole Tsunade gimmick, or Gero's trying to thank her, and she's ears red, and we got another girl. Not I wouldn't even call this a harem, but a harem in a sense of another one,
some suitors
that likes them. Yeah, pretty much
a potential suitor, and I at least like it that way. It's not the traditional harem that you would see in anime where it's, I like him. No, I like him. Gero, which one are you going to choose? That fucking cliche.
Mm-hmm.
But it's adults basically dating and going on dates and getting to know the person and whatnot. And yeah, Ushio is yet another person. Are they going to exchange information? Probably not. I mean, maybe they do. Maybe.
What the? Is my internet bad? Yay! What?
I'm here.
You're frozen for me.
Weird.
You froze for like 10 seconds for me. You stopped.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the replay, and oh no, I did freeze right there. That is weird. Interesting.
I think it's a Discord thing.
It's probably Discord, but I love my frozen face. That it's great. But yeah, I like how they're doing it this way. It's not the harem that we're used to, but it's the everybody's adults, everybody can date whoever they want and whatever type of thing. And I'm just curious to see if Ushio stays around for what happens towards the end, or if her job is done and then she pieces out, because I'd like to see her and Kimie kind of talk, and for Kimie to go, who is she?
Yeah.
Who's this girl with the fat ass?
I feel bad for Ushio though, because she's coming into this whole thing as a challenger kind of late. I know we saw her before, but she wasn't like looked at like that until this episode. It's like, it's really hard to follow up after some of the characters that we've already seen, because amongst like what the four, if we're not counting May, she's probably the worst.
Yeah, because we like barely know her.
Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things where she kind of has to, she has to do a lot for us to go like, I could see that happening, because we're as we get more and more of these girls here, we're kind of going to be locked in with one that we really, really like, that we think Gero should be with, because for some people that's going to be Kimie, for some people that's going to be Shark Girl, for some people that's going to be Shy Girl, and then it's going to get harder and harder to get your foot in the door.
For sure. But ultimately, we all know how it's going to end. May's the ultimate victor.
Hopefully.
Because that's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. All you naysayers. But yeah, so that happened. we do find out why Kimie really had a thing for Garo. Because I thought it was weird myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just like, she seems to be really into this guy. And I just thought, honestly, I thought it was because he like gave her attention and like, you know, like saved her and was treating her kind. Because all the stuff that she was saying from the beginning, I'm just like, okay, that's we're doing the because you called me beautiful Marin thing. That's interesting. But no, it's because she knew him when he was younger and when she was younger. She was they were both but kids, and she fell in love with him ever since then. Now that makes more sense, and it's understandable why she's his biggest fan.
Yeah, it's really hard to beat Kimie right now.
It is.
It's like she's getting a lot. She has. I think we can. I think we can agree on this, even if you still like Shark Girl better. I mean, I kind of still do personality wise, but I feel like she has the best character design. She has probably the most characterization thus far. I'll take that back because I feel like potentially I would put Shy Girl's characterization. That still could be better than hers, but the other girl, she has better characterization for sure.
Yeah,
she has the biggest boobs.
Yeah,
and she has probably like the most electric personality out of all the girls. So
sure.
Yeah, it's
that laugh.
Yeah, yeah, she's like super memorable. So it's again like what I said with Usho. It's a hard act to follow for anybody that's coming after Kimie, and it like having the whole childhood thing too mixed in there. It's like where she respected Garo from way back when. It's like, man, what else? She's getting all the boost.
I know. She's definitely up there, and I agree with C. Like, she's a big fan favorite for a reason, and I can definitely see why. It's like the author or mangaka or whoever was like coming up with everything, and then they had a character in mind that they themselves liked, and they wanted to put the focus on them. And once they did, they were like, I'm going to make this character the best thing that's going to come out of this whole series. And yeah, I can definitely say that she is very memorable. I can honestly see people cosplaying as this person, and people would like be like, "You're Kimie, you're Kimie." I could see it because she's got the hair, she's got the look, she's got everything.
Gotta have the hammies.
That's what I picture too. Whoever cosplays as this person, just have a lot of stuffed little fake hamsters on you and just like walk around with them. I think that would be so cute.
Could work.
It would totally work. Anyone could pull it off. Also, Midnight is saying in my Drake voice, "Where my birthday text is this his birthday?"
Yes, it's Midnight's birthday. Happy birthday, Midnight!
Happy birthday, Midnight! Now he's old enough to drink. Congratulations. I'm kidding. I don't know how old you are.
He's older than me. I think Midnight is. I don't know. I don't know his
30s
age, but he might be 30, 31 to 32. I believe he can correct me.
Well, happy birthday, Midnight. You've been old enough to drink, but now you're old enough
to be.
I don't know, to goon for Kimie. I don't know.
Yeah, you're old enough to be in this chat now.
Yeah, there you go. Invite. No, I'm just. But we get towards the end of this episode. You know, we get her backstory. We get Kimie's kind of perspective where she's just like, I feel like I've been useless my whole life, and people have been against my, you know, my master of hammies and everything else like that. And she has this, she saves one of her hamsters that I guess she was hiding in her throat because like this hamster comes right out of her mouth and she's just like, go up to the vents and collect some people for help. And essentially what the hammy Sirius, what he does is go around and says, hey, we need your help. We need your help. And I love the design of these other, I guess they're like rats, and they got all these scars and everything. Like, I don't know, like they've seen some shit in their day.
Like they're war veterans.
Yeah, it's just, and she's just like talking to the rats once they finally come down. It's like, ratty, almost like Chowder with that one character, Roddle. It's just, I love that. And it's just doing, and the rat's just like, rat, talking back. And the way that it ends, I'm looking forward to next episode because it seems like what she has done was get herself ready to like stage a breakout because everybody's held in captivity. She's going to break everyone out, and then they're basically going to insurrect their where they're at, and they're going to go against all the beast people and everything else like that. And when this episode ended, I was just like, man, I can't wait for the next episode. This is going to be fun, and this is going to also show her power's not so useless after all, as we already knew. But we have to show it anime style.
Yeah, for sure. I am here for the rebellion. I always say I love a good coup. So that should be fun. At the very end, after the credits, we saw.
Oh, there was an after credits?
Yeah, it was really brief.
Damn it.
But we saw Dogo mention the name Hyako. Because we got Byako, which was the cat lady, but now he
another cat lady,
maybe, hopefully, possibly,
or a cat boy. Oh, if Midnight says I'm 32 today, I officially in my Unk phase. Well, welcome. Yes, you have upgraded and congratulated yourself to Unk Face. Welcome to the Unk Society.
What kind of drink show good?
Yeah, what are you drinking today, Midnight?
That was pretty much it for Marriagetoxin. Unless you had something else.
We got a couple more episodes left. It's going to be interesting because once this ends, I'm assuming this is going to be the end of the arc. And then I wonder if it's going to get a second season or a second half or whatever, because I don't know how well. I mean, I know like people were pissed at it at the very first episode, but honestly, if you get over that, there's a really good show in here. Like on display. And I feel like it's been good for what we've been seeing, and almost kind of sad to see it go. And if we never get anything else, then maybe, just maybe, I'll read the manga.
Okay.
I mean, it's been so long since I've latched onto a manga series that wasn't One Piece. One Punch Man, and haven't read it in a long time. But then I did have a certain thing go down to where I couldn't do that anymore. But anyway, that's the end of that episode. Now we're talking about the next series of the night. Satsuki's pick for the season, Akane-Banashi, episode 11. And we finally get the epic reveal.
Mm-hmm. We got the talk between Big Isho and Akane. And I'll ask you, was this how you were expecting the conversation was going to go?
To be honest, like completely honest, no. No, I honestly, especially after what he said, hey, could you all leave and leave us in private? I'm like, he's about to tear into her. He's about to say some heinous shit that's going to, because he has an image of himself and he doesn't want the media or public to know who he is or what he is or whatever. Anyway, but when he said what he said, I was kind of like, interesting. And the reason why I say that is because I get it to a certain extent. Actually, to a lot of extent, not a certain extent. Like, I get it a lot why he did what he did. I just personally feel like it's more of a... There's a tact when it comes to, like, everything. And I feel like there are people in this world that are either heartless or maybe they're just maybe a little rough around the edges, but their intentions have like their means to, I guess their means kind of like are justified, but at the same time it's like, when you do stuff that way, you could like the consequences of your actions, you don't really think about it, you just kind of do it. And I feel that's kind of like what happened with this guy. The whole reason behind why he just never promoted anybody or why he just said what he said right then and there was because he cares so much about Rococo. Maybe a little too much. You know what I mean? Like, it's almost to the point where, that's all he does. He lives, breathes, and just eats it. And it's like, because the stuff he was giving made a lot of sense, where it was just like, people barely show up. People are on their devices all the time. People don't hardly ever care about Rococo anymore. I want to preserve it. And I'm all for that. I'm definitely all for the art being preserved. It's what keeps things going, especially with physical media. That's kind of like the way I look at it. And art is in any way, shape, or form can be interpreted any way they want. But I don't know. There comes a point when I think if you don't, like, if you're too strict and you don't allow things to change and to grow with the times, I feel as if you're going to do one of two things where people are just going to go, oh, forget about it. This thing is not progressive at all. It's stuck in whatever time area that it is. It's like, whatever. It's a time capsule. Or you can, if you do change and you do progress and you just keep going, it could be one of those things where it's a good thing. And I feel like some people are too scared of change to where they stick to their morals too much. And I think that's kind of what Aishio, this fucking guy, Aishio is, he's one of those guys where I understand where he's coming from and I get the point behind it, but I think he's a little too stuck in his ways to change.
First and foremost, what's good, Ellie? They are Kiritsugu and you are Kotamine. And C says, rare that we get a battle shonen with a good outlook on relationships. Crazy. So with this conversation, I'm gonna be talking out of two sides of my mouth. So I'm a big Akane fan. So when I first read this, I didn't give a fuck what Isho was talking about. Because for me, if you oppose my fave, you're my op. You become my op pretty much. So I didn't really care what his reasonings were, even if it made sense. But looking at it objectively, I think it's kind of great how this series treats him, where he's very much the looming antagonist, and he still is, but you definitely understand that he isn't as heartless as that first episode made him seem. It comes from an area of love for a dying entertainment avenue like Rakugo, where he believes that you need the truly exceptional people to usher in generations and generations of people who are interested in it, and allowing someone who who doesn't move the culture in a way it needs to, those people shouldn't exist. But this, it becomes like this issue. I feel like LE and CTAT just can appreciate this because they've read Chainsaw Man. I won't spoil anything, but it kind of reminds me of that Makima dingy conversation with movies, where it's like if you only accept the highest quality stuff, I feel that I just feel like you're also you need some works to be flawed. You need some things. You need some whether it be music, whether it be movies. Some things need the time to make mistakes and just be flawed creations. And I think the same could be applicable to Shinta's performance, even as Shinuchi, where I think having him be a Shinuchi is actually good for the culture, because I think that would, seeing him make those mistakes, I think and seeing him overcome it, I think that is very inspiring for people. So while he may not be as captivating as someone like Isho or any other the other Shinuchis that we know of, like Shiguma, I think there is a value to having someone like Shinta be a top guy. And he's kind of throwing that to the wayside because he wants not perfection necessarily, but something near perfection. So I think that's what he's overlooking. Definitely understand his perspective, because I do think you need gatekeepers in mediums. Because you can't have everybody going out there and calling themselves like musicians or whatever it may be.
Sure.
Because then you oversaturate it, and then the quality just isn't up to snuff.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So I understand that perspective, but you can't also just throw away everything because it's not the best. We have B movies for a reason. B movies are never going to just not exist.
Some of the best and most famous of movies are B movies themselves. Hell, even some of the greatest movies that are known all around the world have their flaws. Star Wars, the very first movie, has a scene that's kept in the film where a stormtrooper, as soon as the door rises up, he runs into the door because he can't fucking see 2 feet in front of him, because that was the effects back in the day. It was a helmet, and he just goes thunk. Mm-hmm. They kept it in the film, and that film is highly regarded and like one of the greats of all time. And people talk about it now with love, because at the time when the Star Wars, the first one, was being made and came out, no one had any, faith that it would succeed. That's why when the first movie did extremely well, they gave George Lucas 100% merchandising rights. So whenever it sold and made toys and everything, he got most of his money from all the toys that were sold throughout the years until he sold it to Disney, but for billions of dollars. But the man never has to work another day in his life. Point is, yeah, I agree. Hell, even, because you equate Rokogo to stand-up and everything. Some of the greatest comedians bomb and do absolutely horrible. And some of those, I mean, not all of them are memorable, but there are some when they do extremely poor and terrible. People remember those as, man, who is this guy or who is this girl? You know, that was awful, but that's what makes them better. And sometimes they can turn a bombing into a good thing because if they're good, you know, on their feet and they are good at like improv and they're quick witted, they can turn it around back on them. And I've seen that so many times in stand up. Like, I don't know, I feel like I can't remember who did it, but I saw one where it was like, hey, so I can't remember the last time I had sex. Someone from the crowd was like, it was last night or it was never. And the whole crowd just starts laughing. And then he goes, oh, I'm glad you remembered. And it just kind of like turned it into one of those things where it was, oh, I wasn't expecting that. It's, you know, you got to have your mistakes. And I think that's where I get where he's coming from. But at the same time, I think we're both on the same page when we say we need to have some flaws. We can't expect perfection every time. Because I agree with you. I don't watch a movie expecting Inception, you know, especially not something like Inception, like every fucking time. Because sometimes you just want to watch a stupid movie with John Cena and Kevin Hart. You just want to be like, how stupid can this movie be? And you're like, okay, it is stupid.
We got to have our War of the Worlds.
That's another great one. We got to have something that was made during 2020 get released just because we need money and because the studio picked it up. And we got to have the meme-worthy War of the Worlds with Ice Cube. And I feel like that movie sticks with you more than an average film that's just like, yeah, that was fun. I'll probably never watch that again. But those ones, they stick around for a while.
Yeah. And not to say that Lashita belongs to an extreme of being horrible or anything like that. But I feel like with his art in particular, I think it's very motivating to see someone who shows nervousness, but then locks in because of his family. Like he had a lot of potential that basically just gets thrown to the wayside because Isho feels that he isn't becoming of a Shinichi in a moment, but he could have, who knows what he could have been, you know, because he just let it go.
Yeah, it seemed like he was depressed by it. I mean, how many times do you know you're so close to getting somewhere, and then somebody just and this is why I'm saying when it comes to tact, when Ishio was saying that nobody's worthy to get a promotion or anything, he didn't have to say it like that because, you know, Shinta, that's her dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't want to misspeak, but he probably could have taken like constructive criticism. Some people. I'm all for constructive criticism. I don't care. You like it, hate it, tell me. I don't have thick skin. No, I have thick skin. I don't have thick skin, man. But
don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me, please. Love my shit. But it's one of those things where I don't know. It's like it's heartbreaking, especially if you put your heart and soul into something, and if you feel like somebody that you truly respect and look up to says nobody's worthy. Not, oh, you're kind of close and maybe you could have done a little better. Just nobody is worthy of it. And that's where I'm just like, well, see, there you go. You crushed his spirits and now he lost his dream.
It's more heartbreaking too, because for one, with him taking that promotion test, I'm pretty sure the worst he thought was going to happen was that he just wasn't going to pass. He just wasn't going to get chosen. He gets expelled.
Like, I'll get it next time.
He gets expelled, and this episode we learned that it's not just like getting fired from a job. It's more than that. You kind of got to look at it as like a master disciple relationship in like martial arts, for example, where you're having a master take you under their wing. It's like a father-son relationship. That's what Shinta had with Shiguma. So when he gets expelled from the Arakawa school and he has to go elsewhere, it's basically, because Shiguma's trying to encourage him to continue on with Rakugo, but it's basically like him saying, abandon your family and start a new one. And not everybody can just do that. It's really hard. Like just equate it to any relationship. That's a very hard thing to do. So the fact that he was forced to make a decision like that is very much understandable why he decided to walk away from the thing entirely and just get a real job, as people have been telling him to do.
Yeah. That's everything. Just, you have a dream. You have people saying, when are you going to quit this, get a real job? And then that happens on top of that, where nobody's, oh, you didn't pass this time, get it. No, everyone's expelled. Y'all suck. That's that's essentially the heartbreaker when it comes to that. And I in many ways can feel that. Like I know what it feels like. It sucks. But what I also liked about that conversation as well is the plain and simple fact that Ishio's basically kind of saying, like, again, I definitely feel like he definitely could choose to his words better, but I like what he said where he basically kind of told Akane, when you really think about it, and I mean really think about it, was he that good? Or did he have a few stumbles? And then she kind of, because this is about, what happens with people too. Like, they'll go, no, they were great. Well, I mean, he did kind of slip on that.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, he stuttered and maybe stumbled a little bit. And then you kind of like putting everything into perspective, and it just kind of makes you think it's like, maybe you were just blind by, not rage or anything, but you were just like, you wanted to do this so bad that you just kind of ignored everything else. But then when you think back on it, you go, well, I guess he's got a point there, because he wasn't perfect. I just thought that was cool. How it's, not everything is as black and white as they make it out to be, because sometimes when you think back to something, you go, well, you do got a point there.
Yeah, it's just basically him appealing to her logic in the situation, because she's emotionally charged about it, because that's her dad, and her dad is the person that influenced her into liking Rakugo. So obviously she has a bias in that situation, but knowing the information she knows now, because then she was a kid, but now she's a professional Rakugoka herself, she understands the flaws in his performance better now than she did then, where she may have been completely blinded by her affection for her father and the inspiration she would get from his art. So she's able to look at it more objectively. But I like the conclusion of the conversation, because basically Akane says, I'm glad that you didn't do this on a whim. I'm glad that you just didn't willy-nilly expel my father. To me, it felt like Akane was glad that she had a place to direct her anger. Whereas, like, if he did this on a whim, I don't think Akane would have been as determined as she was by the end of the episode, because it would have been like, well, what am I fighting against, really? But now that she knows where he stands, she's determined to prove him wrong. And I like that conclusion. I thought she was very mature in the conversation, because I feel like it would have been very easy for her to fly off the handle, given that they're talking about her father. But she was
and honestly,
pretty composed.
That's what I was expecting. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. I guess this goes to show you, as this is a shonen, it's very unconventional. You have, because I honestly thought this was going to be something similar to a main villain versus the main the MC, but they're not powerful enough yet, so they get totally fucking owned by the villain, and they just get like bodied at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be something like that, but it wasn't like that. It was essentially a villain. I still call him a villain. I mean, he basically is the antagonist.
Yeah, he is an antagonist. I would say that.
Yeah, but he's not so much of a villain where you can't reason with him or like understand where he's coming from. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, okay, I get it, but your means are kind of reckless, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Akane, I was expecting her to get up and do the, you did this to my dad. How could you? Why did you? You're just an old man that just can't change with the times. But no, yeah, she very much just said, okay, I get it. Thank you for telling me. I'm going to show you that you're wrong, though. Mm-hmm. But this has been a great conversation. And I was thinking he was going to say some last minute thing as soon as she got up and walked out, like, oh, by the way, your father sucks, or something like that. You know, but
your mama ugly.
Your mama ugly and
some childish.
Yeah. But yeah, no, essentially he just was sitting there quiet and everything. Then he just kind of smiled and was just like, well, kind of glad. I'm glad this happened for you and that you were able to accept that. And I was like, cool.
It feels like in a way he wants to be proven wrong. He wants there to be something that he overlooked, because I think in a way it feels like he's a slave to his love for Rakugo, where he feels like this is the only path this is the path he must take for things to get better for this dying medium. So he almost wants there to be a spark, and he's happy that there is a spark like Akane to maybe show him a different way, but he doesn't truly believe in it. He has to see it.
Yeah. And that essentially how it was the first half of the episode, that whole conversation. We had the reporter guy kind of like listening, because after they told the media to leave or whatever, he was the only one that stayed and kind of like put his ear to everything. So he knows the truth now and he can kind of report it how he wants. I thought it was funny how, after Akane walked out and everything, he was just kind of like, do, but then notices the main, like, I don't even know who she was, like the main media person or whatever, turns around, he's just like, uh-oh, yeah. Busted.
Yeah. So after that conversation, we get to see some of the other characters. We get to see the losers. Hikaru.
Loser.
She's about to drive off, but we see Iken. I think that's how you pronounce it, Iken. One of the Arc 4 or Arch 4. It seemed like he was trying to take her under his wing, where he was like, you hate losing as much as I do, right? Come with me.
Yes. Let me show you something great. Yes.
Yeah, so it seems like and Karashi was had a conversation with one of his friends, and he was like, who knows the classics? And he told him who. So it seems like Karashi's working on his the spot that he overlooked, which was, I'm not going to tell all the classic stories. They're all shit. I'm just going to do modern stuff. It seems like he's trying to work on the spot where he was being very haughty about, where it's like, I was kind of looking down on the classics, but maybe I need to get into it to add to my arsenal in Rakugo. Maybe I gotta make a change here. So
yeah,
it seems like he's trying to like let go of his pride to get better. And with Hikaru, with Iken being one of the Arch 4, that is the teacher that you would want to have you know, because
Mhm.
Akane's master Shiguma is one of the Arch Four, so this is like a big boost for Hikaru.
I like how they're called the Arch Four, where basically it's kind of like, I don't know, like something with Naruto, where it's like
Yeah.
all the different clans or something.
The Seven Swordsmen. Yeah, some shit like that. What were they called in
Yeah.
Inuyasha? Didn't they have a name?
Let's see. They had Nuraku,
I want to say it was like
and then they had
I'm thinking of like the one with like Jakotsu and Bakotsu. It was like
fuck were they called? I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember what they were called.
damn,
Like the evil sin or something. No,
the evil sin.
I don't know. I can't remember. It's been forever since I've seen Inuyasha.
Let me see. They were called the Band of Seven.
Now that rings a bell. Band of Seven. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was crazy. But no, you're right. Oh yeah, thank you, Midnight. He typed it in as soon as we found it. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. We essentially after this, it's celebration time, ladies and gentlemen.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Yeah, everybody is drinking beer. Well, except for Akane because she's not old enough. But I thought it was so funny how who's the guy that got drunk? The very serious one?
Kyoji.
There we go, Kyoji. That's me when I drink, by the way. It doesn't take much for me to get drunk, but when I do, it's quick, and I'm just like, I don't know if I go shirtless and I start, like doing poses or anything. That comes later, but it's I'm feeling pretty good, and yeah, that's essentially what happened to this guy. For that though, we see one of the other guys. Hold on, I'm gonna find him. Is it Guriko?
No.
Damn it.
Mikaru.
Mikaru. He's the one that can play that guitar. And he's pretty damn good at it too. And also good on him for trying to hit on a teacher.
Which I didn't understand why Kyoji was like, hey, that's a teacher. I was like, so?
They're both adults.
Yeah.
It's not like I would understand if maybe he was underage and like she was, that's technical foul, but with this, they're both adults.
Yeah.
And also she's an adult. So she's older than you. So age is but just a number.
I don't even know how old Iwa Sensei is. I mean,
I would assume she's youngish. She's not that old.
I can't tell the characters' ages because Akane's mom looks the way she does, but she's like in her 40s. And then Iwa looks like she's mid 20s at most, but it could be more than that. I have no clue. I know Mikaru is like, he's on the younger side of the 20s. He's probably like, I'm going to look it up, but I think he's probably like 20, probably like 22, 21.
What?
I'm going to look it up though.
While you do that, see Tactics in the chat said, we need drunk EA to fall asleep.
Huh?
What does that mean? Like, are you talking about some ASMR stuff where I'm a drunk EA and I'm just like, la, 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 and then you fall asleep to it? Or are you saying that you need drunk EA to, like, when he's drunk, to fall asleep? I don't understand the question. Please clarify, C. Does it say how old she is?
I'm seeing ages, but I don't think this is official because I'm only seeing this on Reddit.
Okay.
So yeah, someone said like when you look at the AI overview, it says in the manga, Akane-Banashi Makiru Arakawa is 32 years old as of his initial Zenza training
What?
camp. I'm like, no, there's no way he's
There's no
32.
way. He has to be in his early 20s,
Yeah.
if nothing else.
Yeah. So I think I think the AI thing is getting it from Reddit, and Reddit kind of just is guessing these ages. So
Right. And taking people's comments and turning it into facts. But anyway, it shouldn't matter. Oh, she's a teacher. So,
yeah.
so what I learned from watching Teach You a Lesson doesn't matter if they're a teacher or not. What matters is what's in their heart.
Teachers need love too.
Hell yeah, they do.
And dick.
Probably more than anyone. Not the dick
true.
part, the love part.
That's true. But yeah, they throw the celebration. Everybody's having fun. I thought the most profound part in it was when Makiru tells or asks Akane, can she play any instruments? And she says no. And he tells her, you can't master Rakugo just by practicing the stories. And I said this before, I'm gonna keep saying it again. I'm gonna keep equating Rakugo to music, but I feel like this is something that happens with writing music where you'll get writer's block, and I think a mistake people make, and everybody's writing process is different, so I'm not saying it's a right or wrong way, but what some people try to do is they'll just hone in on it and hyper focus on it and hyper focus on it and hyper focus on it to the point where they just don't live their lives. And I think just that those moments of in your life where you're not necessarily focused on your field of expertise are those moments where you get inspiration and create your great art. And with Rakugo especially, since it covers a variety of things, I think it is important to have a whole bunch of different experiences to add to your arsenal. Sometimes you need to work outside of your element to gain more.
I wholeheartedly agree. C Tactics says, isn't that just another form of love to some teachers? No comment. LE says, I am also into teachers.
Yeah, we know.
Everybody be given the dick. But yeah, when it when it comes to this episode, I thought it was pretty good. We end with kind of like a heartfelt moment between Akane's master and Akane herself, kind of like talking about her dad and everything, and just no, like congratulating that she won, but also kind of like giving kind of like closure to that whole, well, my dad could have done it, but he decided not to. We're gonna do something different. I'm gonna have your teaching, sensei, and I'm gonna make your Rakugo shine. I promise you. Kind of like a declaring of, I will be better than you, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but it was sweet. It was touching.
Yeah. I mean, it was basically Akane, we already talked about it, but her understanding why her dad will walk away from Rakugo, because her being an official Rakugo, a Rakugoka, and that's why the party scene was important, because it gave you that sense of family and camaraderie that exists. And you got to imagine with Shinta, he's had that relationship with Shiguma for longer, and everybody else. Like, he was a part of that family, and then it got severed suddenly. So for him, he didn't want to try to build another family like that again. He just walked away from it, and Akane, now being assimilated into this family, understands why he would do something like that, because she, as a kid, she didn't understand why he quit, because his art meant so much to her and inspired her. It got her to the point of being who she is. Like, this little girl was literally using Rakugo to dunk on her bullies, and explain herself. So, but at this point, is really just showing her maturity, her growth. Because she's learned a lot in just a couple of performances as a professional Rakugoka.
Yeah, it's almost like she's a natural. Like, she's really good. I mean, she does really well her very first time, even though she thought she bombed, but all the other, she just forgot to get her forms from that one role. He's like, oh, I just wanted to make copies and give it to her. Where is she?
Mm-hmm.
But then, she owns it at a fucking tournament by not only doing it so fucking fast, but also just capturing the essence of Rokugo itself. And to the point where one of the big guys, top masters, are like, you shouldn't even be here. What are you doing here? That's how good you are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Good for her. She has a bright future ahead of her.
For sure. For sure. Well, I think that is all that needs to be said about Akane. So, we will move on to our last show of the night, which, see what I did there? Which is Witch Hat Atelier, episode 12.
This is a killer pass.
It is.
See, since you're in chat, your vote counts.
I catch my weed.
But this was a very interesting episode. Do we want to jump into the test portion?
Hey, wherever you want to go, I'm here.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it then. I like the messaging behind just everything in this episode, and your daughter, Riche, definitely has an interesting outlook on life. I understand the messaging behind it, but I also kind of think to myself sometimes, well, let me explain. Essentially, there's right and wrong ways of doing it. There's no right or wrong way as long as you do it your own way. Well, you got to consider the possibility of what that thing is. There's not a right or wrong way to drink antifreeze. You just don't do it. You know what I mean? You're not going to be put in that situation where you're just like, let me think. But no, I understand what they're trying to say overall. It's just funny to me because I just kind of think to myself, well, there are some things where there is a right way and you have to do it that time. There's many different ways to unload or load a gun. It's no, you do it the wrong way, it's gonna fucking fuck you up.
The way I interpret it though is because magic has so many possibilities. When you it's because of course there's right things, there's wrong things. There's both sides of the extreme. We can use extreme examples to make both perspectives look stupid, but I think it's just the mentality of approaching a situation with in mind that there is a right or wrong thing when there's the existence of magic is the wrong approach, because magic has so much limitless possibilities. You should go into thinking, okay, how do I personally approach this? Not, okay, how should this work? I think that's the whole thing that you're supposed to take from it. It's not what really Riche is very stubborn, so she's really thinking about it in extremes. But I think the overall point is, yes, you're supposed to sometimes get creative, There's not one path that these students have to follow, as evident by how they all decided to cross that bridge when it came time to go past the gap. Everybody did it in a different way.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked that. I thought that was cool. I I also liked how they kind of like got onto the serpent. Riche, being her stubborn self, oh, you just fly across. It's no big deal. And then she does it, just, whoa, 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 and then just does that thing that she does.
Yeah.
And then, was it Uni? I'll just say Uni because I don't know how to say his name. Uni's just basically just like, yeah, I've done this before. Please, no, that's not how you do it. You got to walk across it because it's, I know it's magic, but essentially it's like, it's got its own gravity.
Yeah.
So to speak. So if you just walk the line you're supposed to walk, you'll be fine. So don't be trying to fly your way to the end.
Yeah. So and that goes into like why the gravity is so fucked up and everything. That goes into the story that Kiefer was talking about at the beginning of the Serpent Bat Cave. He talks about this nation, Romonon, which was Romonon. Romonon.
Well, no, I'm supposed to, but I'm just thinking. Do you think it's supposed to be like the Roman Empire or something?
I don't think so. I think if it took inspiration, it's supposed to be something else. Just because like the whole City of Gold thing. But I'm not I'm not a historian, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the only City of Gold I know is El Dorado.
Mm-hmm. But like the whole story there is we have the city where we had surprise magic and witches, and this was a very elitist society where they look down on other people, like on the common folk, and they basically use this pathway as a test. Like if you couldn't pass this serpent, if you couldn't pass Snake Way, you weren't worthy to step inside their city. And to me, while Kiefer's telling me this, telling us the story, it just feels like an allegory for what we're currently seeing with the witches, where the whole nation crumbles on itself, and they end up fighting each other because it keeps being that it keeps having to be like there's more steps to the hierarchy. It gets higher and higher and higher. It's like, you don't have magic, you can't sit with us. And then the standards get higher. Like, oh, you can't do that spell, you can't fly? Get out of here.
The seat's taken.
Yeah. It just gets worse and worse and worse. They find more reasons to be elitist and they crumble. The whole thing falls to shit. They literally turn someone into pure gold. I don't know why they did that, but cool.
Yeah, they did a Lara Croft moment where that part of the game where you step on the part where it's gold and then she's like, oh no, and then turns into gold and then she falls over.
Yeah.
No, I guess I'm the only one that knows that. That happened in the game.
I was thinking of Game of Thrones. With Daenerys' brother. I forgot his name.
Brown for a king.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was. And then when he fell dead, it just went thud. Like that was so great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had his coming a long time ago, and that was the very first season.
But yeah, it feels like an allegory for the current society we have, because witches, and we understand the reason why, but witches are gatekeeping magic from the rest of society. We have people like the Knights Morales we saw last time, who seems to have like that elitist mentality where they're wearing these fancy clothes and whatnot, and they're standing above people, being authority. It feels like right now we have a pact, and we have this balance that we have so far in society where it's like witches are witches, regular people are regular people. But at some point, and it's already happened with Coco technically, because she was a regular person. She wasn't taught to be a witch until Kiefer took her in. It feels like there's going to be a point where all of this falls to shit, where it's going to be complete pandemonium because if the secret ever gets out that regular people can just use magic, well, people are going to use magic. And they're probably going to use magic to try to topple over the witches that have been lording over them, because they've been making decisions on whether or not they should use magic in this situation because it's dangerous or not, to reveal to society and yada yada yada. It just feels like that story is kind of like a cautionary tale for what's going on right now.
Yeah. Kind of like history repeating itself, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Those who don't learn from it are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah.
It's like, did they learn nothing? Guess not. But yeah, that's kind of like the most screen time they had in this whole episode, other than Coco going, I thought I saw somebody in a cloak and robe over there.
Yeah.
I must have been high.
just sitting in a behind the cliff, invisible and shit.
Yeah. Can't see me.
You have to think, did he just want Coco to find them so that they could do that? Because like, you're like literally invisible. What are you doing?
Yeah. I don't know. It probably fucking with her. I could see that. It's like, she's just a little girl. People already don't like her. Let's make her unlikable even more so.
It's gaslighter.
Like if a got was there, she'd be like, "You're crazy. What are you talking about? There's no one there."
Oh, speaking of a got, go ahead.
Oh no. I wasn't gonna say anything else.
I was going to
make it funny.
Speaking of a guy, I thought it was funny that she tried to do the whole she tried to do the whole I'm an angry serious character, and then the I forgot what the animal is called. I would just call it a penguin. The penguin thing was like it's like I don't care how adorable you are. That's not going to work on me.
You will not persuade me with cute noises and everything. Oh God, it's so adorable.
Yeah,
it's so fluffy. I'm gonna die. Yeah, that was cute. But yeah, once they did the whole tumble thing, because Agat was the one that did the whole idea of, well, if I just make this water spell happen, you could step on the right ones and you won't have to worry about the ones that don't have the magic, and won't fall off or whatever.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's genius, Agat. Look at you. Your genius is showing.
Yeah. Tracking the flow of gravity with the water was a brilliant idea.
Yeah. No, that was really good. It was good up until they got to that huge dip in the road where it was you either had to do a running jump to make it, or you'd have to double jump in those video games, or you're gonna have to use your magic. And since Riche is very much against people telling her what to do, she's like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. But even before that was a god doing the whole, I can't make this thing move. It's so cute. It's not following me. Yeah. And a god has like these things they're just following because of what she's holding in her hand. They're just like, oh, the shiny little objects. I'm gonna follow her. They loved her. But yeah, she essentially made ribbon magic out of rock and like propelled herself to the other side because of that. I was like, neat.
Yeah,
Very
because
neat.
the stones all have the sigils under them to keep the gravity stable. So she takes the rock or the stone and she just extends it and uses it like like a web to swing to the other side.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy. And then of course it's her using her ribbon magic in her the way she wants to. So, she got to have her cake and eat it too in that regard. Show a god that, or not less a god and more of uni of
Yeah.
like it doesn't have to be just one way that you got to do things. And speaking of him, he got a lot of focus this episode in particular.
Yeah, he did.
Because he was
poor guy.
Yeah. You can see his confidence is killed due to his master just being a piece of shit.
Oh, for sure. Always hovering over him, making him even more nervous, which kind of was the whole focus was he couldn't keep his hands steady because he gets nervous when people watch him.
Yeah.
I agree with that. It's well, I could relate to that, excuse me. When it comes to something like that. Maybe not so much drawing or whatever like that, but sometimes there's some things where people are just staring at you, just like, a little privacy, please. Mm-hmm. I can't do this with you staring at me.
Yeah. And
yeah,
Riche's whole thing sounds super simple, but he goes, I can't draw unless nobody's looking or I'm by myself. And then she's like, just be by yourself then. And he's like, how the hell am I supposed to do that? And she's basically like, you have magic. You can put yourself in a position to be by yourself. You just gotta think about how.
Right.
And basically what he does is he takes, because the inside of their cloaks has a transformation to make them appear like the penguins. He revises the sigil to I'm gonna make my joke. He
Do it.
He revises the sigil to go Robert Downey Jr. blackface it. Blackface.
He did. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, uh-oh. I don't think anybody can cosplay as that. I don't think anyone going to look at that and go, you know what? You're good. You can just keep that outfit. I'm not even going to attempt to try to dress like that.
Yeah, I'll just pick up the key-free one.
It almost kind of reminded me of when Mob goes 100 from Mob Psycho,
mm-hmm.
and he turns into that entity, except a lot less threatening.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was that was a neat little trick because he's invisible to. Didn't he say he was invisible to everyone else, but he could still he still knows he's there or something?
I think he's like, because we don't really get this. We don't get to see how it's supposed to look because visually we're not seeing the illusion. Right. So he's like hiding himself. I think the way the penguins are seeing it is that he's like this floating thing with like their hide on his back. I think that's how it looks. Like he's like literally hiding his face.
Okay. So he's got no face.
Yeah. That's how I imagine
a character
it.
Called No Face?
No face.
They had no face? Maybe I'm misremembering.
I don't know.
I'm probably misremembering. But hey, Uni is donning the blackface, and now he can draw his circles and all he wants. But Well, unfortunately, that does get interrupted. Well, I mean, he does make it across. He doesn't he have like some levitating thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does some levitating thing, makes it across, whatever. Everything's going great. Everything's totally fine. But just like in good old anime tradition, when everything's going great, what could possibly go wrong now? It does.
You can't ever have an exam in these situations. Anytime you have an exam, it's going to get interrupted. Tuning
Always.
exams, Orochimaru, I got something to say. My Hero, I don't even know what they had like that train arc in the forest.
Yeah, they did. And I swear they had like so many different like exams and they always got fucking taken over. Always.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z has their tournament of whatever, and somehow those turn into people interfering somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's a staple.
Yeah, like I said, the only one I can honestly think of where nothing bad ever happened and it was the exam is Frieren. That's the only one.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't think of anyone where a test was from start to finish without any kind of scrutiny or interference or anything like that.
Yeah, it's rare.
But yeah, Alaria. That's how you say her name, right?
I think so.
Okay, Alaria. She got taken. She got taken by the Brim Hats, and I'm assuming went to another dimension or something. Because
I don't know.
Poor her. She never had a chance.
Yeah. Don't know what they're trying to do with her, because I figure, like, with all the conversation we got from Brim Hat guy, that they were interested in Coco, but they want Alaria for some reason, or maybe they just don't want the kids to have the supervision, because now they would be vulnerable. Because it seems like they're more into like corrupting people than they are just outright fighting. Like with Coco, when she got the book, like the book of sigils and the tainted ink pad, it's like it seems like they just really want these kids to turn or use forbidden magic.
Yeah. He says DBZ tournaments are basically a Dusty Roads run in where 20 people come in and beat each other up and the good guy wins. Yeah. The other thing is, one of their guys wants to ask her out on a date. I mean, did you see Alaria?
I have.
Wait, who wants to ask her out on a date? Oh, is he saying one of us?
No, he's saying one of the Brim Hats. He's saying that's probably why they kidnapped him.
I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I didn't put two and two together. So Satsuki, that was you that took her?
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
You hired somebody to get her. Got it.
No. Oh my God, it sounds so creepy.
You're like, Alaria, I've been expecting you.
Get Alaria for me. Now. What?
I'll make it worth your while. And then like she's captured and all tied up with the goo and everything. Oh and you're just sitting in your chair, cracking your knuckles, going, Alaria. Been a pleasure. I've been expecting you.
Nice
Here,
to meet
put
you.
this on. Put this on. It's like a 2-piece, really skimpy outfit.
Jesus.
I will never wear this. You will.
I think
good time.
I think the most important thing that happened this episode was Kiefer is fucked. Kiefer's fucked.
What do you mean? He seems competent on his own.
No, I'm talking about what Riche said. He received he received one angry chi point.
You're right. the most worst thing that happened isn't Ilaria getting taken. It's that Kefri has one angry chi point. My mistake.
Does she keep track of these?
How many does he have?
I wonder if it's going to be like one of those free run things where she holds a grudge the entire time, like when Stark kept calling her old, and she remembered it all that time.
Right, and he's just like, "Let go, will you? That was a long time ago." Right. Yeah. Poor Kefri.
Yep.
I mean, maybe it's a point where if he gets to a certain like max number, she like loses her shit or something.
It's like a rewards program.
Right. It's like if you reach 5 angry chi points, we're done.
Yeah.
I'm no longer trusting adults.
Gonna turn them into a ribbon.
Oh no.
Yep.
She becomes the main villain. She's just, I do whatever I want. Grabs him and then just, oh my god, unravels him like a ribbon, and he just like comes apart. That'd be so evil.
The scary part is that's a possibility though. Like Coco, like just we really had to think, or we had to readjust our minds with like normal shows with magic in it. You think like, okay, the strong guys are going to be the strongest, right? But in this show,
yeah,
anybody can be as strong as the strongest person, and them being a novice, all they have to do is fucking draw the spell. That's it.
Yeah. A 10-year-old girl can destroy an adult male.
Yeah.
All because of what they draw.
Yeah.
I definitely think that's a big reason why they don't want the power to get out.
For sure. For sure.
Chaos. Could you imagine just chaos? I mean, not just usurping the higher ups and the magical wizards and witches and everything, but just what people could do with it. Destroy entire villages with a fucking drawing.
I think what keeps people from doing a lot of bad stuff a lot of times, and it's going to sound fucked up, but it's convenience. Like some people just are not going to go out of their way to do certain things, but the minute it becomes super easy, well, there you go.
Yep. That's exactly what would happen. I mean, imagine that here on Earth.
Oh my God.
If something was that fucking easy. The people who are like artists would be the ones to fear.
Yeah.
They would hold all the cards.
Probably wouldn't fear anything from me because I can't even draw. I can't draw a circle. Not a good circle, at least.
Take something that's round and trace it.
That is true.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All this, or you have to draw a perfect circle. Round. Trace.
True. See?
Boom.
Not every answer is there's not a right answer every time.
Look at that. There is. You know what? That's the whole point of this episode.
Hey.
Besides blackface and being stolen, you know, it's all good.
It's okay if you're a witch.
Okay. It's okay to do it if you're a witch. That's their thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that's no. We saw a little bit of Riche's backstory. Not much, but we saw a little bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just honing in why she is the way she is, why she's so adamant about doing things her own way, because it seems that she was really stifled in her past. Kind of the same way Uni was, in a way where it's like, you must be this way, you must do it this way. But Riche chooses, we don't know what happened exactly for her to break off and to end up in Kefri's Atelier, but it seems like she's
be answered later.
Yeah. Seems like she's rejecting her teachings and, you know, trying to walk her own path.
Absolutely. C is typing some things. The most destructive banana sundae you'll ever eat. The most deliciously diabolical ham baba you'll ever ham. The specifically special spaghetti.
Are these Dragon Ball Z attacks?
They sound like attacks. Or he's cooking something, or he's high, or both. I don't know. But now I'm hungry. That's all I know is I'm hungry now. It's because of all this stuff that he mentioned.
Well, that is pretty much it for the episode, unless you had anything else you want to add.
No, depending on if we kill or pass it, there's only one more episode left.
That is true.
Because next week's going to be the last episode.
Yep.
All right, see, if you're still here, this is a Killer Pass episode. We need your actual thoughts. So, as for me, the show continues to impress. I'm definitely curious and invested. I'm invested in the characters. I'm curious of the story as far as like what's going to happen next. The way that this episode ended, I'm just like, no, it can't end like that. I said Daemons of the Shadow Realm went fast. I feel like this one was even faster. Mm-hmm. Like by the end of it, I was like, wait, that can't end that way.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's one more episode is even crazier because this is another one where it's like, you said the manga is still ongoing, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. If there's going to be another season of this, I'll say this right now. I'll welcome it. So the show gets a pass from me.
They would be foolish not to do a second season to this. Yeah. Incredible episode. It's my daughter, Riche. Love her to bits. Do your own thing. Don't let adults tell you what to do, even me. Yeah. Uni, keep doing your thing, build up your confidence. Your master is ass. You probably should. He needs to try to get into Keep Ray's Atelier, but it seems like he only accepts girls.
Yeah. Think about what you just said.
Yeah,
Keep Ray only accepts little girls.
The evidence is there. 4 for 4.
Well, now this is going to sound bad too. If he accepts a little boy into his mist, maybe that'll make him less suspicious.
Well, how is that even going to work? They don't have a lot of space in that house.
Isn't he a wizard? Can't he just like make a room for him?
Maybe. But I don't think it works like Fortnite where they could just. He's gonna have to like actually like go out into the woods, get the wood, chop it up, and do all that stuff.
True.
I don't think they're gonna have like just one spell to make like build a house or build a room real quick.
Well, this is where a little capsule corp would come in handy, like a little capsule and just throw it, and then boom, there's a house for you, bud.
See?
But well, different universe.
Yeah, you don't need magic when you got tech like that.
Oh, for sure.
It's pretty much magic.
That right? That is magic. But C says, I liked Alaria's twist. Riche is adorable. I love precious, periodically peppy pizza. Pass. Slurp.
Okay. That sounds like a pass to me. I'm passing as well. 3 passes. Do I not have the pass screen on here?
Uh-oh. We're going to have to make one?
No. I don't have to make one. It's just going to look really ugly for a second.
Okay. All right, cool. I can't wait to see it. It's like this tiny.
No. You'll see. You'll see what I mean. I had to switch to the original KOA screen, which is going to like fuck up our cameras for a second, and then I'm gonna have to press the pass button. So you'll see.
Okay.
Ignore that.
this time.
Okay. And we're back. Okay. That's it. We do not.
Let me just do one
you
more
want to
check.
recheck it? Okay.
And nothing.
Yeah. We do not have any viewer questions. We do not have any viewer questions. So hey, it's okay with us. We don't take offense to it. But if you do want to ask any questions, as always, look at the description and you will see the doc to submit your questions and we will answer it next week. As well, Patreon in the description, $1 effing. You should check us out, subscribe to us. You'll have access to our backlog, which is extensive. If extensive equals like 7 or 8 videos, that's still worth it though, I feel.
Oh, absolutely. Especially for $1.
Yeah.
Come on.
$1?
You have to pay Netflix to get 7 episodes for like almost $20 now.
Yeah.
Come on now. You get 7 videos, which are basically episodes, for $1. Come on now.
Can't beat that price. Can't.
Mm-mm.
So I think sometime next week we will make a video like we did this season. Make a video on what we will be watching for the next season for anybody in anticipation of what we're going to watch, just in case you want to follow along with us. So have your ears perked up for that. Should be here next week. We shall see. But everybody who joined us tonight, appreciate it. Thank you. And hope to see you next week. With love from the King of Anime podcast. I'm Sasuke the Savage. He's everything animated. Why the hell does my question? Okay. And we out. Peace of love.